Hello guys and welcome back. In this lecture we're going to be learning about opacity masks. Okay, so what are opacity masks? They are similar to the clipping masks which we looked at in the previous video, only that they affect the opacity of an object or a shape. Okay, so I'm going to select a common preset here to start. Okay, and how they work is you use an image or an object or a shape to actually generate them. Okay, so I'm just going to explain that in a minute. So I'm going to place a file. Okay, so just come to the projects folder and let's place this first image here. Just drag it and place. Okay, and then come again and import another image. Let's import this one and place. Okay, so what opacity masks do is they use one image to generate a mask around another image, okay, using the opacity channel. So I want to use this image to generate my opacity mask in this example. Okay, so we're going to see the effect we can achieve with this in a short while. So select the image, bring it on top the other image. Okay, so the mask has to be on top, okay, for this example to work. So bring the mask on top and then select the both of them and come to transparency. Okay, where is transparency? Yeah, this is transparency. So just come to the transparency panel, and where you see make mask, you just click make mask, and immediately you see what we now have. So now what has happened is Adobe Illustrator has shaded out the part with the dark color. Okay, so just select the guy once more and release, and so I can explain this better. Okay, so now I'm just going to duplicate the image here to the right hand side, and when we look at this image, we see that here towards the end the image is dark. Okay, the image is dark. And if you have any experience with masks, maybe you have an experience with Photoshop and you know about opacity masks in Photoshop, you know that black color conceals while the bright color reveals. Okay, so it's just like having us change the color of this image to black and white. So let me just try to change it to black and white. So come here and embed the image. Okay, and then go to edit. Go to edit colors and convert to grayscale. Good, so now you can understand better. Now this is black and white, and in the principle of masking, the black colors will conceal the image while the bright colors will reveal the image. So the whiter the bright part is, that's this part, the clearer the image will be revealed. Okay, so we can still select this guy and try to create the mask again, and it's just going to work just like this one. So select the both of them and make masks. Now we see that we now have our image, and one thing we can do is we can actually duplicate our image, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and you can see that our image is now more visible, right? And one other thing we can do is come and make this the background. So it's possible to make this the background, and we're going to see that our image just fits into the background because we actually used the background to generate the mask. Okay, and yeah, so you see this is what we have, and this kind of style is very popular in the design world. Okay, so this is how they come about this kind of retro grungy feel in designs. Okay, we can also use the gradient map to generate our opacity maps, or sorry, our opacity masks. Okay, so let's just create this guy now, a shape, and give it a gradient. Now this is the gradient, and I'm going to make this 90, and for the black color I'm going to give it an RGB color, not a grayscale color, and then just going to drag it out like this. Okay, and you know what, I'm just going to reverse the gradient and then place another image. So we're going to place this image right now. Good. So now we have this. Okay, I'm just going to use my gradient map here to generate the opacity mask. So I'm bringing the gradient to the front and I'm selecting everything and going to transparency and then masks. Now we can see that the image then fades out according to the way the gradient is. Now if I give it the background, maybe give it a white background or black background, whatever color it is. Let's say give it a white background and just send it to the back. We can now see that we have our image fading into the background, and this is how we can achieve this in Adobe Illustrator. So, and this is used a lot in poster design, it's used a lot in the design world. Okay, and in order to achieve this in Adobe Illustrator, this is how you go about it. Now we can see that when we bring our image here, it's actually fading into the background. That's to show you that, yeah, it has affected the opacity. Okay, it has used our gradient to actually affect the opacity. And with this, we can maybe select our background and then maybe give it color with this color, and as you can see, we are achieving this kind of uniform look and the image fading into the background. So this is how you can achieve this using the opacity masks. Okay, so all you need to do is come to the transparency panel and then create your opacity mask. Now we can see that we have the image here and we have the mask here, and they are both linked. Okay, they are both linked. So you can actually invert the mask. Okay, so when you invert the mask, you then see that it's inverted, right? You can invert it, so it's inverted, and then you can release it. Okay, with this guy also we can actually invert the mask. Okay, let me just delete the one we duplicated, so we can actually invert the mask. You can see what's happening, right? Perfect. Now I'm just going to do more stuff here. I'm just going to place the other mask, which is this one. Okay, just going to place it here and maybe try to generate the opacity mask with it on more of the images. So place and this, drag. Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just try to make the image appear on top this time, so as to see what effect we can come up with. Okay, so select the both of them and make masks. So you can see now the effect we have come up with. Now maybe we can also invert the mask, see the effects we can come up with. This is more of an what they call it, an inverted kind of effect. Okay, but we don't need it like this and we don't need it like this, so just release and let's do it the normal way. So arrange center back, select the both of them and make masks. So this is what we have achieved, and yeah, that's opacity masks for you. That's all you need to know about opacity masks. Okay, I'm gonna try to kind of edit this color, see what we get. Perfect. I like what we have, and you can see this grungy effect we've achieved. Okay, so that's opacity masks for you, and with this we've come to the end of this lecture. In the next lecture, we're going to be using our opacity masks to actually add more detail to a poster design. Okay, a retro poster design. So we're adding this retro grungy feel to our poster design. And see you in the next one.